pleasant afternoon to all. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the International 1 Week Faculty Development Program on Impact of Machine Learning, Deep Learning, and AI from an Industrial Perspective, jointly organized by the Department of Computer Applications, Kongu Engineering College, Perundurai, Tamil Nadu, India. We extend our warmest greetings to our esteemed resource persons, dedicated organizing team, distinguished faculties, and researchers, where every newcomer sparks a new journey and every farewell leaves behind cherished footprints. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all the faculty members and researchers joining us today. Thank you for taking the time to invest in your professional development. Today's session is designed to focus on data analytics using Python for an industrial perspective. We have an eminent speaker to share invaluable insights with us. In the radiant glow of this afternoon, it brings me immense joy to present today's eminent person, Mr. Sasikumar Sir, prepared to be captivated by his wisdom and insights as he graces us with his presence and enriches our gathering with his expertise. With over 13 years of immense experience in the IT industry, he stands as a seasoned professional whose expertise and contributions have left an indelible mark on the field. Currently serving as a technical architect at Capgemini India Private Limited in Bangalore. He has showcased a wealth of knowledge and skill throughout his distinguished career. His journey through notable companies such as ITC Infotech, BizScience, and Verifone attests to his dedication and proficiency in the domain. His expertise span across a diverse array of technologies including Core Java, Spring Boot, Hibernate, Python, cloud technologies, and beyond. His adapters in these areas has not only propelled his profession success but has also positioned him as a sought after authority in the IT community. Beyond his corporate endeavors, he is also the visionary founder of Mercy Technology, a revered training institute. Along a team of dedicated IT professions, he has established Mercy Technology with a noble mission to provide real time training to college students, thereby enhancing their skills and preparing them for job placements. His commitment to nurturing the next generation of IT professions is commendable, and his dedication to skill enhancement serves as a beacon of inspiration in the industry. As we gathered here today, it is an honor to welcome a true exemplar of excellence and innovation in the field of information technology. Welcome you, sir. I encourage each of you to actively engage, ask questions, and observe the wealth of knowledge that will undoubtedly be shared with us. Now, I request Mr. Sasikumar sir to take over the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your introduction. Uh, Before starting the session, I would like to confirm that my voice is clear, loud and clear.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, sure. So looks like someone else is sharing the screen. So you can give me the sharing option. Yes, ma'am. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. So let us start the session. So uh, I thank like Kongu Engineering College management and all the professors, mainly Hamilata ma'am, Kavita ma'am, and Chitra ma'am, for giving this wonderful opportunity. So today, like we will be seeing in-depth concept of data analytics and what are the things we are used in IT industry and what are the high frameworks which we are using in data analytics that we will be seeing it. So yeah, welcome to all the college professors. In case if you want to repeat any point or if you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. Okay, let us start the session. So the idea of this session is like you no need to worry about if you are not able to understand all the points whatever I'm going to share, but like the idea is you can get the overview and also like what are the things are there in the data analytics. So if you get the overall idea, that will be really good. And for the data analytics, as you know, this is very one of the emerging point in the IT industry. So if you observe, like all we are moving towards data, right? So there are different types of learnings are there: machine learning, artificial intelligence, and data analytics. All these technologies. The fundamental topic is data, right? So these technologies process the data and manipulates it, and finally it gives the conclusion, analytics part, right? So that's what we are going to see. So if you observe the data analytics, mainly it is merged with the Python. So even you can use some other languages like Java or some other languages as well. But Python is very easily integrated, and various analysis we can do using this Python language. So why we can go with the Python language? It is very simple. As you know, like comparatively other languages like Java or C, C++ or PHP, Python is the very oldest language, and also it has very easy in case if you are writing in the Java, right? If you are writing 20 lines of code, whereas in Python you can use like 10 to 5 to 10 lines of code, you can achieve the task. So Python is like very easy to use, and it's very readable, syntax are very similar, right? And also it has very extensive libraries and scalability and versatility. So as I said, Python syntax is very clear. So if you are going with the Java or some other language, so even basic data types you need to declare, right? Int, count. Let me go with some basic examples. Say for example, I'm going to introduce one data type in Java, then I'll be going something like this, right? But whereas in Python, it is simple. So you no need to mention the data types. It's dynamically it takes the data type, right? So if it is string, it says like, yeah, this is a string data type. So it only creates the data type. If it is int, it allocates. But other languages, like the syntax is like not that much easier, but I cannot say it is very difficult. But Python is very easier than other things, right? And also like with the data analyst concept, and for the data scientists, it is very easy to learn and easy to use, to perform all the stuff. And also instead of writing the code, instead of developing the complete application from starting to end, you know we can spend our timing on the application part, where we can solve the problems, what is the requirement of the application, so that we can use it. And as I said, it has extensive libraries. So these are the libraries which are used in the Python for data analytics application. So you can see like pandas, NumPy, scikit-learn, and Matplotlib and Cbon. So we will be seeing all this one by one. So even I will walk through you with the basic examples of we can use these libraries in our application. So pandas, basically it is mainly used for data manipulation and analysis. So it is used for working with various data frames. Whereas NumPy, it is used for numerical related calculations, right? If you want to use with the multiple arrays and complex arrays and any other calculations, then we can use NumPy libraries. Scikit, again, like it is machine learning algorithms, so it has a rich set of algorithms which are built in. So we no need to develop from the scratch. Instead, like we can import this scikit learn, and we can use all these libraries. And Matplotlib and Cbon also, it is mainly used for data visualization instead of keeping the data in the Excel sheet or in the file system. So we can visualize using this Matplotlib. So all these libraries are predefined, and the Python developers, they have developed many functionalities using these uh, extensive libraries. So our job is simple. Simply we can import this library, and whatever we need we can make use of it. And scalability, so we can scale the application whenever we are getting large amount of request. So it is auto scalable, so we can able to scale from large to small to large data sets efficiently, and we, without losing the data, and we can say that it is a zero downtime. Say for example, we are having big billion days or Amazon prime days, right? So during that time, so large number of customers will be accessing the system anonymously. So in that case, our application should be scalable, it should not be down. So by using these frameworks, we can make sure the application is very scalable, right? And also, like if you observe, there are, as I said, it provides various libraries. Inside these libraries, there are various algorithms are available, and also we can easily integrate these libraries in with different frameworks for a distributed computer. One is like Spark and Scala. Also, we can make use of it. And Python, it is used like core data analysis task, data wrangling, so data cleaning. We will see one by one. Say for example, steps of data wrangling. So what is meant by data wrangling? It is like from the right begin from the right from we are getting the data from the customer or any source of way, right? So once we get the data, we can make sure what the data looks like, right? Either it is structured or non-structured, or it has images or non-images, or corrupted data or partial correct data. So we will discover the data. Once we discover the data, we will structure the data based on the category. Then we will clean the data. So what is meant by cleaning? Cleaning is simple. So unnecessary null values or unnecessary things, we will clean the data. Then we will enrich the data. So whatever things are needed, we will enrich. We will see the example. Then we will validate the data. We will make sure the data is correct and accurate. And once we validate the data, we will publish the data. Say for example, we are getting on data. You can able to see the Excel, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. Okay. Yes. So this is the movies data. Here we are having uh, the movie and genre and director year and IMDb rating as well, right? Let me try to open the Excel sheet. Yes. So basically, this is a CSV file. The CSV is nothing but comma separated value. So when we are getting the data from the clients, basically we will not get it in Excel format. We will get the CSV file. So if you observe, this is basically a test data which has like a movie title, genre, either it is a crime or drama, or who is the director and year of publication, and the IMDb rating. So if you observe, so some of the things it might have null, right? We will make sure the data is accurate. So what we will do is, as part of this slide, so we will identify and delete the duplicate data. Some of the time what happens, some data will might be duplicated, right? Why it can be duplicated? Say for example, client, they are sending in a CSV file, then like they might be, there are many chances because there are millions of data are involved, right? So there can be a duplication of data. So we'll make sure we will have only the unique data. So we will delete all the duplicates data. then we will fix incomplete and irrelevant data. If any irrelevant or incomplete data, say for example some mistake is there, right, in drama some spelling mistake or something is there, then we can correct the data, right. Then we will insert the missing the data detail as well, then we will audit it, and we will, what we will do, we will finally will make sure in the previous slide we will enrich, then we will validate, make sure it is correct or not. So how we can validate, we can using our numpy and mathlib libraries in the back end in the python side, we'll make sure the data is correct, right. So this is how we can validate and enrich the data. Let me go ahead. And so where these data analytics are used in the real time, so uh, we can say almost all the industries they are using data analytics. So why they need to analyze the data, right. Because finally end of the day it is business, they want to run their business, they want to increase the business. So if they want to increase the business, they want to know which customer or which product are used by the customers, what customer likes the most, right. So what they do is they take the surveys, and from the past data they do the analysis, and they will come to know how they can improve the how they can improve their uh, businesses, right. Say for example finance, healthcare, retail, manufacturing. In retail they can make sure like what kind of products are getting sold in the most, right. Say for example for particular soap or particular shampoo, they have the data, right. Total how many things they have manufactured, right. So based on the data they will come to know these are the products which are purchased by the customers. Similar way like manufacturing, you can know the, right, manufacturing cars or any motor vehicles, right. They will know like how many vehicles are bought. If you observe the Vola in the very beginning, they have published very small number of scooters, right, Ola electric scooters. Now they are expanding it. They have only three types of module, if I'm not wrong: S1 Air, S1 Pro, and another one, right. Now again, past 1.5 month before, in the lowest model again they introduced the three more modules, S1.x, something like that, right. So they are based on the analytics, based on the users requirement, so they are increasing. So finance also they are using the data analytics. So mainly it is used for fraud detection. Currently, the organization where I work, I am involving with all types of payment related operations. So they are like the main headache for the company is to identify the fraud, and also like risk analysis, customer segmentation. So in the healthcare, data analytics are really needed, right. So they want to know like what type of patients, what are the types of diseases are occurring again and again. So what are the symptoms, and what is the overall life of the particular molecule or particular disease, right. Then like they are analyzing, they have the data with them. So what they will do is they will give to the data industries, data scientists and industry people. So what they will do, they will take the data and they will process it, and based on the final result, then they will take to the next level, right. Retail we already covered. Manufacturing also similar. Now what we will do, let's go with another slide. This partially we covered already, but still like I would like to cover it again with this slide. So the fundamental thing is data. So as I said, we will examine the data and we will clean the data. We'll make sure the duplicacy of the data is not there, and we will manipulate the data based on the calculations. And after manipulation, we will visualize. We will have the pie chart, bar chart, Then like finally we will extract the meaningful insights and information for the next building of business, right? And again it is simple, like it is self-explanatory. So you will understand what the type what the data type we are working on it, what are the sources, and what are the formats it is. Either it is text data type or a number data type, something like that. So when we receive the data from the customer, right, if you observe, right, no, if you are conducting any program, say for example now Gongwe Engineering College, they conduct 5 days FTP program. So they might have put the on Google form. So they ask many members to register. Few people might have registered correctly. Few people might have put some inconsistent data. So what we will do is we will get the data and we will make sure whether is it having any errors, any missing values, right? So we will remove and make sure the data is accurate and data should be reliable, right? And as I said again, it is simple. So organize the data and whatever format we want, we need to transform into particular format. Say for example, we got the data in .exls format, right? When we are getting in XLS format, so that XLS format will be working only with um, Windows, right? If same XLS file, if you open with Ubuntu or Mac, then it may not work. Okay. So then, like we will go with the .csv file. .csv file, comma separated value can be used in any machine, right? So once we transfer to the particular format, then it is easy for all the analysis and we can perform the calculations. And final outcome is we can identify what are the repeated patterns and the repeated trends. Based on this analysis, then the management team, they can take it to the next level of business. Again, once we done everything, then we need to present to the customer, either customer or to the stakeholders. So we can present it to the way where the customers, they can easily understand. Instead of giving the raw data, we can have charts, graphs, right? By using that, they can visualize it in an easy way, right? And also finally we will extract the insights of that data, right? That data analytics, finally it is used for decision making and also to solve all the problems which are occurred in the past, and also we can predict future trends, right? Might be Ola, might be, they introducing again and again different models, because different types of scooters, because of they know what customer wants. How they come to know? They came to know by using the past data, right? So they can get the, because they have the deeper understanding of that subject matter, right? So they know like what really customer wants. They have huge number of facilities, right? Ma'am, is this okay if I cover Python basics also, or I can skip the Python basics?
You may carry on, sir.
Okay, sure. So yeah, as I know, like this is for faculty development program. Might be most of the faculties you might be knowing like how to use the Python, right? So, but still I'll cover very high level. Like Python, it is very simple. So what you will do is you will basically we will go and download from the internet. Say for example, you can set up the environment at your machine. Just you can go to google.com, you can say Python download for Windows. This is the official website of Python, python.org. Once you go there, you can say Python 3.12.3. So this is the latest version of Python. So you can download this software. So might be in case if you are using it for Windows, you can directly download. If you are going for Mac or Linux, You can click Linux means Linux or Unix based machines. You can go with the Linux one. In case if you are using MacBook, then you can go with Mac OS. So from here you can download the desired versions. There are different versions are available. If you come down, you can see, right, Python 2.0.1. So June 22 2001. So from there the current version is Python 3.12.3. So this is it on April 9 2024. So you can download the required version based on your operating system. So once you download, you will be getting an exe file. That file you can, it is very simple, you can double click it. See, I downloaded. This is the exe file, right? You got it. So once you downloaded this file, you can double click, and it is very simple. I don't want to install it again because already it is there in my machine. So you can just click next, 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 and you can select the installation directory where you want to install. Then you can just install it. Basically it will set all the needed things, like your path environment variable, all these things will be taken care. So once you download the Python, the next you can directly develop the Python. It is simple. Say for example, let's go with a new file in FTP faculty. Let's save it. .py. So Python program should end with .py extension. Simple. So it is stored. Now let me open the place where it got. So we have my first program, right? Let's move it to new directory. Programs. Yes, this is where our program is there. You can open your command prompt and simply you can run the program. You are able to see my screen, right? Can you able to see the output?
Yes, sir.
This is very simple. So you can use a simple notepad editor. You can develop the program. The only condition is you need to store with .py extension. It is for Python file. If you observe the type, right, Python file, so you can just run it. But in our industry, so we will use some editors, some IDs, integrated development environment, which by using which we can develop uh, which we can uh, which we can develop it, right? So there are different types of IDs are there. So I can show few IDs. One is like Visual Studio Code. We can observe, right, Visual Studio Code. So this is one of the IDE. So by using this you can develop Python related applications. So again you can download and install. I can share you in the chat. This is Visual Studio Code. This is an IDE. Again, like there are many editors are there. Another one you can go for IntelliJ IDEA. JetBrains. This belongs to JetBrains organization. So you can use this editor as well. This editor used for developing Python, Java, or any other applications. Even Visual Studio Code as well. This also I recommend. Right. So once we have this IDE, then I already installed Visual Studio Code in my local machine, so I am not going to install it again. If you observe, right, so here I can manage all the projects in the IDE, right? So based on the application, so I can maintain all types of Python files, configuration files, property files, everything, right? So before going with the practical one, so I would like to say few things about what we are doing in the IT industry, because faculties, you might be already well aware of it, but I would like to give more into things which we are doing in the IT industry, right? So in any typical IT industry, what we will do is, this is like might be outside of topic, but still, like, you might able to get the very high level. What we are doing in the IT industry might be useful when you are teaching to the students. So just I'm thought of covering this topic as well. Say for example, when we are getting an requirement, right? If we want to develop any application, so what we will do is, so we will get the requirement from the client. Say for example, I want to develop on Amazon website, right? On shopping cart website. Then what we will do is, we will get all the requirements, basic requirements from the client. So they might be telling, like, I might need a admin page, where I can admin can able to create all the types of modules. And also factory outlet also. Say for example, factory owners, right? So they should have one more role. They should be able to upload their products directly into our platform, because Amazon, they cannot able to manage all the products by themselves. So what they do is simple. They are linking the factories with the customers, correct? So they might be having one more login options for login credential for factory owners. And another final option is, we can say, like, customers, they can, we already know that we customers, we are having our own roles. So as a customer, I can log in and I can purchase the system. Then I can go for another module is delivery agents, right? Delivery agents. So delivery agents, once the customer book particular product, then delivery, the flow comes into delivery agents. So they are responsible to deliver that product. So in our IT industry, so before developing any applications, right? So what we will do is, we will get the requirements from the clients. So once we get the requirements from the clients, so we will get the requirements from the clients. Because software engineers might not be, we will interact with the clients, but we may not be able to interact completely with the clients, because we are technical peoples, right? We might not be knowing end to end, or business related stuff. So there is a person called BA, business analyst. So business analysts, they are, you can say, they are non-technical people. So they might not aware about all our technical related stuff, code or technology, but they know what the code does, what the application does. Business level, they know. So what they will do is, they will interact with the customer, and they will sit with the customer. They will be having multiple meetings with the customer. They will try to understand what the customer wants, how the product should be, what are the modules should be, and when should be the delivery, how many delivery cycles we have, right? So from the very scratch till the completion of the project. So BA business analyst, they are responsible. They will talk with the customer and they will get the requirements. Another person, I can say. So once they get the requirement, right, from the client, so they will prepare non-functional document, right? Non-functional, or SRD, you can say. Functional and non-functional document they will prepare. So like, this is what the end to end, the customer should able to log in. So once they log in, they should able to land in the landing page, and they should able to view all the products. And again, in the product, there should be different categorization, right? right? So this is the Amazon page. So there can be different types of modules, different types of the products are categorized based on it's all the modules, right? So they will get all the requirements from the clients how they want, right? Whatever way they want, so they will get the requirements from the client. Once they get the requirements, they will prepare a document, then they will inform to software engineers, BA to the entire team, not only software engineers. The team might be having, so the developers means who are responsible for developing the application end to end, they are coders. Then testers, again the team may consist development team members, testers. Then DevOps is responsible for uh, you know deploying the application. Again you can say DBA, database administrator. And I can say we already covered BA, business analyst. Then PO, we can call him as a product owner. So he is the owner of he is the owner for the complete product. Then you can say Scrum Master. I will come one by one. Then uh, technical manager, delivery manager, right? Might be if I missed anything, I will add it in the later quiz. So developers they are the one uh, who develop the application. So who is well versed about the technology? The technology can be anything. It is Python or Java or PHP, or it can be anything, right? Ruby or anything, right? So once they are responsible for developing the application, once they developed it, so the testers comes into picture. Tester, again there are two kinds of testers. One is manual tester, so another one is automation engineers, right? So manual tester means they are not knowing about the technology or coding part. So what they will do is they go to their product. They make sure the product is working end to end. Product means the application, right? Consider particular product, they are able to select it. They could able to book the product. They could able to book till the payment, till the delivery, right? Till it reaches to delivery person, right? So manual testers, they will make sure everything is working fine. If any issues are there, again what they will do, we will call it as a Jira ticket. So they will raise the bug, again it will come to developer. So developer, again he or she needs to fix it. Once they fix it, again it comes to testers. Can you able to follow me? Could you please respond?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Let's go back. So consider like testers also tested and made sure the application is working as expected. We cannot say 100% this application is bug free, because no software is 100% bug free, right? So still you might aware, right? There are many versions are coming out. Why in Python there are many versions? We seen like the current version is 3.12.3, right? So again they are enhancing the application. It can be either software or any type of application. We always go for upgrade, right? Change is the only thing which cannot change, correct? So we always go for upgrade. So once the application is ready from tester side, so what we will do, again the DevOps guy come into picture. You might be wondering what is the role of DevOps guy. So DevOps guy, we can say is a partially technical guy, but not in code based. He might not be good at Java or Python or developers whatever languages they are using. But DevOps guy is simple. His job is, so what we will do is simple. We will develop the application. If it is a Java or any other application, in jar file or war file. Jar means Java archive, or war means web archive, right? WAR, right? So this jar or var is nothing but you put all your classes, all the property files, configurations files, right? Say for example, if it is Amazon, you will be having lot of images, videos, right? Reviews, comments, prices, everything. There are many are there, right? So everything you put, you bundled and you bundle as a jar or war file. So this is what your application is. Once the jar or war is done, DevOps guy what he does is simple. So this is your application, correct? This is your application. Say for example, Amazon, right? So what DevOps guy does is he takes this application. This is a jar or war file, right? He takes this application. This is your server, correct? So the server can be anything. There are different types of servers: Tomcat, WebSphere, right? So they will deploy your application inside this server, correct? They will deploy your. They will deploy in your application in the server. The person who does this job is called a DevOps guy. So what it is simple, it takes the jar or war file. There is a container here in the server. He can deploy again, as you know, like in one server we can deploy multiple applications. You can deploy Amazon, WhatsApp, or Paytm, right? Any types of application you can deploy in one server, correct? So now again, either the server can be physically present in within the organization, or it can be in the cloud, right? Either it can be AWS or Azure or Google Cloud. Using those things, we can able to deploy, right? So once DevOps is deployed, again they will not deploy in the production environment. Server also, if you observe, right, they will not deploy in production environment. Why? It is simple, they will be having test servers, right? Again there are
ये
few
कौन वोट भेजे
again there can be few types of servers. Say for example, this test server is used for development purpose, right? Development testing purpose. Again there can be another server. This can be, let me decrease the size. This is a test server, and let's go with one more
सब लोग
server.
लेफ्ट हो रहे हैं दिया है क्या लिंक को
This server, once they completely test it, this you can say this is UAT server. We are having different types of environments, UAT, right? Then we'll be having another server. Let me come back to you. What are these things, right? That server can be prod, right? This can be prod. Prod server. Okay. So why we need this many servers? There can be three or four. Some organization they use 5 to 6 servers, right? Staging, and again another one is demo server also there. But I just taken only three servers. So what they will do is this server might be used for testers, right? They deploy the application. They perform various testing things, right? So they can perform using Postman, load test, regression test, sanity test, make sure everything works fine. What is meant by load test? Say for example, whether it can be able to handle 1,000 requests or millions of requests or 10 lakh requests, right? They could able to fire the request, make sure the application is stable or not. Consider like once the application is fine, right? DevOps guy deployed, right? Then they will move it to EAT. Say for example, EAT is a similar kind of prod. Make sure it is working end to end. There is no issue. Consider if they able to find some bugs here. What they will do again? Testing people, they will raise bug to development team. right? Again, development team, what they will do, they will fix the bug, make sure uh, they could able to address the bug, and they could able to resolve it. Once they resolved it, again what the DevOps guy does is simple. Again, DevOps guy comes into picture. Again, he will deploy into the test server. Again, it tests the same scenario. If it is good, then again move to EAT. So in EAT or demo server, make sure they are making sure the application works 100%. Consider if everything is fine, then they will move it. They will move the same war file into prod environment. Once the application is deployed in the prod environment, then it is simple. Then the testers again, they will come, they will do the sanity testing. Again, it is live to the customers, correct? Suppose consider customer are also, end users also, they are facing some issues. Then again, there are help desk teams are there, right? We might have booked the product in the Amazon. Consider it is not delivered, then what we will do, we will call the customer, we will inform this particular thing is not working, or I booked but I did not get the OTP, something like this. Then again, it will go to the testing team. So they will try to reproduce the same issue. Then once they are able to reproduce, they will inform to dev team. Again, they will fix it. Again, they will not directly deploy into prod environment. Once it reaches prod environment, it should be 99% bug free. Again, they will deploy with a test server, then EAT server, then prod server. Am I clear this process?
Yes, sir.
Okay, shall we go ahead? Any questions? Okay, I assume there is no question. So, right now, the PO. Okay, we covered DevOps, right? DBA already might be knowing. So DBA is responsible for designing the tables, everything for that application, right? There can be, if you observe Amazon application, there can be thousands of tables. So DBA will be designing the tables and all the relationship, like one to many, many to one, all the relationship, parent child tables, how the table should be managed, how we are able to store or handle the data, right? So he is responsible, right? And BA we already covered, business analyst. He or she is the responsible for interacting with the customer and with the requirement. PO, product owner. Product owner, you can say, is the very important person, because he should know end to end about this product. Whatever is should be superior than PO. PO is superior than BA, right? BA job is get the requirement and inform. But if any issues BA founds, then they what they do is they inform to PO. PO should be able to have clear understanding about the product, right? He is also one of the team member. Again, another person is called scrum master. Scrum master means, you can say, he is the captain of the ship, right? What he does is he makes sure the product works end to end, the product is not facing any issues, correct? So, and also, he mainly, scrum master job is to people manager, you can say, right? He makes sure all the team members, they could able to complete the task on time on particular sprint. One sprint means it is for 2 weeks. Mostly nowadays, almost all the companies, we have moved to agile, right? So agility, right? We are using agile based software. We are not using waterfall methods or something. We are going with agile, right? So 2 weeks once, one sprint called, one sprint consists of 2 weeks of time. So we will get all the works. We make sure it is able to, we developer could able to develop it. Then it is able to deploy and testers able to test it. Then technical manager is responsible for all technical related stuff. If any technical difficulty or anything is there, then he is the guy who could able to resolve it. Delivery manager, again, it is simple. He should be the guy who could able to deliver the product on time. Say for example, Amazon, they want particular release on this period, then he should be able to deliver it. Again, he will be closely talking with the customers and the uh, scrum team, right? So again, I'll go back to this one. If you understand this now, you could able to understand this clearly, right? So when you are getting the product, right, any requirement, right? From the scratch we will analyze it. So that is where product owner is there, product manager is there, business analyst is there, CTO, chief technology officer, right? So all these people are involved. CTO might not be involved because CTO is the person who is the very top level person in the organization. In a organization there can be thousands or hundreds of products or projects, right? So they all will be involved in analyzing the requirements, correct? Once they analyze the requirement, then they come into phase where they could able to handing over to the development team. Again, you can say development team can be two different sections, right? One is a front end developer, second one is a back end developer. Again, front end developer is the guy, is the person who could able to design at the front end side, correct? Whereas back end side is the person who could able to write all the back end codes. Nowadays the trend is full stack developer, right? Full stack developer means he or she should be able to develop front end as well as back end as well, right? Full stack developer, correct. So they will be using UI or UX design. There can be used, HTML5, all other front end technologies, right? So once they will be integrated, right, then the development team, back end team, what they will do is, again, like, they will be using the front end services. They will expose all their services, right? uh, Either from same application or with a different application. Consider once the application is ready, right, then it will be tested by testing team, correct? We already covered these points. So again, like, there are different types of solution architect, QA engineer, tester, DevOps guy might not come inside testing section. So all these people, they will be making sure the application is working as expected. Then DevOps guy come into picture. He will do the deployment, right? So he will do the deployment into the container and make sure it is working fine. Then once it is deployed, it is simple. They only needs to maintain it, correct? They make sure the application works fine. Now if you observe the amazon.com, it is live, right? So only enhancement they should do, only maintenance cost, correct? So sir, can you able to understand end to end this one? Might be I thought to cover. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So, can you able to understand this complete diagram, all the roles and responsibilities, how the project or product end-to-end implementation? Any questions? I'll be happy if I get the response. Okay, everything clear, sir. Good enough. Okay, thank you for your comments. Okay, so before going with this Python examples, I would like to introduce about myself. Might be already I know that previously ma'am has introduced about myself, but I would like to just, I will take 5 to 10 minutes of time and I can introduce about myself, what I am doing. So myself Sashi Kumar, and I am currently working with Capgemini India Private Limited. I have around 13 years of experience in the IT industry. So I have completed my MCA. So I am here in the industry because of, I still remember my professors and mans still they are, whatever they taught, whatever I learned in during my BSc Computer Science and MCA, like data structures, might not be the programming language, but the concepts, the data structures, software engineering concept, really it still it is helping me during my career. So I'm grateful to my professors and teachers, and also similar way, like I wish all the faculty members, whatever you people are doing, it's a great job. Because of you people only, we people are in the IT industry. So thank you very much. And so I worked with various organization, ITC Infotech. You might be aware about ITC. They are into ATA, Shirwad, and also they are having separate division for information technology, and Verifone and Biz Sciences. All these are US based companies, except ITC Infotech. ITC Infotech is an Indian based company. And what I do is currently I work with payment related applications. I am handling around three projects with the US customers, and I closely work with US customers and US team members. Few members are from India, so I'm managing around 18 plus members. So in these three projects, and also like often what happens is, in case if they are building for, sorry ma'am, I'm getting some background noise. Okay, please mute yourself. Okay. So what we do is, if any new projects or any new requirement comes, means sometimes 8 months once I get any new requirements. What we do is we hire new members. So as part of that, I am part of interview panel as well. I interview many members in the past. I interviewed, either it is experienced or freshers. So even we do have freshers opening also in our company. In case in the future, if you want to your students to be placed, then you can feel free to contact me. So, and also I go to colleges as well for direct recruitment. So it is very good experience. And I have mentioned very few skills, which I am part of. So basically I'm a Java developer. I currently I'm working with Java technology, Java and related technology, Java, Spring Boot, Hibernate, AWS, and currently MySQL and Oracle. Even I use DynamoDB as well. Whatever you see at the left side, this is my current tech stack which I am using in the current applications. And previously I worked with Python and data analytics, yeah, little bit, and machine learning and artificial intelligence. I'm learning it. So far, I didn't get the chance to work on it, but I'm learning it. So other than that, like Angular, React, those things also I worked on. So Ant, Maven, these are the build tools which you used for building the application. I said right, jar or war file. By using these build tools, we can build the application. Again, Jenkins, it is a CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous deployment software. And Docker, again using Docker, we can deploy a number of applications. Docker, it is a container. And I'm like, all these technologies I'm working on. So I put very minimal technology. There are, because we work in IT, right? So we should able to learn. If consider like we are getting a new product, then we should able to use new types of technology means. Then surely, like we may not say like, only these technologies we should able to use, but might be new technology might have very good options, or it might give great opportunities for enhancement. So in IT, we should keep on updating ourselves, so it is good. And along with that, what I do is I found one institute called Mercy Technologies. So what I do currently, like I go and give lectures to all the colleges and institutions, premier institutions, so free of cost. So these are the few colleges which I used in the past. So Jyoti Nivas College, it is there in Bangalore city, so where I work. So I introduced there. I went and I given current trending IT technologies, around 15 technologies I covered in around 3 hours. So students had various questions and answers. this you might be aware, Vellore Institute of Technology. So I handle two sessions. One is like how to develop the application from the scratch using Spring Boot. So in the lab we had like hands-on session. It was great. So students had so many questions. So around 3 to 3.5 hours, I could able to develop one application from the scratch. Some CRUD operations that I have done, and similar way, like couple of colleges I go there and I give the career guidance, speak with the students, and helps them to understand what industry really wants, and makes them to realize, because students, you people better know, right? So student might be in different state, whereas like this career guidance, really it will be useful for them. So, and this is one of the college where I went like hibernate hands-on session I have given, like again it is a practical hands-on session, so students they could able to around 4 hours of time, so I could able to perform some CRUD operations from the scratch. So this is what I do. So in case if you want to contact me, if you want to conduct this kind of either online or offline modes of seminars or webinars or technical sessions, free of cost, I'm really happy to come to your college and to host various sessions. Okay, you can keep this number. This is my WhatsApp number, you can ping me. Now let's go back to our session. Going back. Pandas. Okay, can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sure. Thank you. Okay, perfect. So, as I said, Pandas is one of the library which is used for data science, and on top of Python. How these libraries are developed? It's simple, very simple. What they have done is they have used the Python language, and they developed on top of Python language. They built these frameworks. If you observe, if you open the Pandas library, that also will be using Python only. So instead of we are developing from the scratch, right? So they developed it, they exposed methods. So uh, how we can use it? Simple, we can just call that methods, and the job is done. Say for example, you want to sort a particular employee, right? We are having different types of employees. Say for example, 104 Sashi, department is IT, XYZ. Place is, say for example, Karnataka. Another person is this one, John, right? Uh, HR, Tamil Nadu. Anil, IT again, say for example, Kerala, right? So you want to sort these employees based on names, say for example. Then what you will do? First Anil will come, then John, and then Sashi. It's simple, right? So we are not going to write any sorting logic, right? What we are going to do is, because there are different types of sort, right? Merge sort, selection sort, insertion sort. There are many types of sorting algorithms out there. So we are going to make use of the predefined already in Python. They have developed all the logics and logical things, right? So they expose some method. Say for example, just they would have exposed one method called sort. Just pass the object here. Once you pass the object, you just mention on what basis this should be sorted, either based on name, or based on employee ID, or based on department, or based on state. So only we need to mention that. So they will be taking care of which is the best sort to use in this scenario. So they have written the code. Our job is simple, only to make use of the methods, exposed methods, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Pandas, Scikit, and Matlab, all the things they have already developed it. our job is simple, only make use of it. That's the thing, right? So let's go back again. So pandas, it is mainly used for data frames, and interacting with the data, so we can use all the predefined data structures easily. And this already right, this is like index, this is the heading, and these are the columns which we are having. And say for example you want to read from particular csv file, right? We already shown, right? We have one data called here movies data, right? We are having, so we want to read the data from this excel sheet. We no need to write the code completely to read this excel sheet. Instead, just you can call some method. That method is simple, pandas dot read in csv. If you call this method, basically it reads all the data and it readily gives to us. And in case if it is a excel format, just call read underscore excel. So these are the methods which are exposed by python developers, the developers who developed python, right? So our job is simple, only make use of these methods to achieve our business task or to solve the complex problems. Why we need to write the code again and again, right? Are you guys following me? Shall we move ahead? Yeah, I'm waiting for your reply. Are you able to follow me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So again, like there are few methods are there. This we will see in the code. There is a method called describe. This basically gives the summary of our data, right? Whatever summary, like what is the median, sum, minimum value, all these things we see. This we can get it. And head and tail. If you want to get the first few rows, call head method. Last few rows, call tail method in the data frame, right? Again, if you want to check what the data type of particular column, then you can use dt types, right? Let me show some examples in the pandas. uh, I said, right, this is our application which is used for this id visual studio code. If you observe, this is the pandas, right? You just observe this program. Let me know my screen is very clear, or you want me to increase the font size.
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Is clear. Okay. You, what we are going to do simple. We are going to read this excel sheet. Sorry, it is not excel sheet, it is a csv file, right? It is a csv file. So the csv file, what it contains, it contains movies data, different types of movie based on it contains various things like director, when it got released, and what is the imdb rating, right? So based on this data we are going to analyze, right? So what we will do is simple. Again, if you observe, right, can you able to see this line? pd dot read csv. This is what we have seen in the document. This is how we can read pandas dot read csv. pd is nothing but that is pandas reference, right? See, to to use the pandas library in our application, we need to import it first, right? Import pandas as pd. You can give any name here, right? Either you can give p1, p2, or pd. Pd means like some readable name, right? That would be good. So you are just importing this library. This library is having many operations, right? Once we import the library, then we can make use of it. Just read the file, simple pd.read csv, and give the complete path. So my this movies data is available under c, mercy, git, collections, python programs. So this is the complete location, right? Give the complete location. Now what I'm going to do is simple. I'm going to inspect few of the data, correct? So I'm going to call the head method. If I call, this is the reference which is holding, right? Complete data, right? Variable it is holding. If I call head method, it is simple. Head is displaying few rows, right? And dt types displaying the data format, and describe means summary of overall data, right? Let me run this program first instead of explaining it. Started. Okay, can you able to see my output in the console?
Yes, sir.
Please answer. Can you able to see the output?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you observe here, right, just observe closely the output and with the code. Correct. So data inspection, that is what we are printing first. Data inspection. This is the row, right? Let me increase a little bit more. So here head as I said, it will not display all the rows, but it displays few rows, right? View first few rows. That is what we have seen, right? Head it is. See, if you mouse over it, you will get the complete description. Return the first n rows. You can define how many rows you want also. That is also you can do. This function returns the first n rows for the object based on position. You are getting, right? Default is 5. Can you able to see? Default is 5, right? Now, DT types, right? DT types return the DT types in the data frame. So first few rows we got it, right? First few rows we got it. DT type is simple. It is like object type, right? First few rows and object type. Then what we will do is DT type means these are the DT types. Complete object, right? You are having like different types of this is title, genre, director, year, rating. All these are object type, right? Here is a int type. You see here int. Here is a int 64, whereas a rating is a floating type, right? Floating type. It basically gets the data type of that particular column. That is simple, very simple. Describe means few statistics. Say for example, year count means what is the total count of this year, right? So total count is 10. If you observe, 10 rows are selected, right? So the total count
Sir, your screen is not visible.
not visible. Let me just hold on. Let me reshare again. Your screen is visible to others. Click to resume. Let me just stop screen share.
చాట్ బాక్స్ పెట్టలేదు ఇంకా
Okay,
పెట్టలేదన్నా.
looks like someone else is sharing the screen, so you can control it. If someone else is sharing the screen, means mine will be stopped. Can you able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so okay, let me repeat again. So head means it basically it display few rows means first 5 rows, and the data types displays like for each column what are the data types, and describe means some of the calculations. Say for example, count of the year and count of the rating. Total count of the year, total count of the rating, and mean, standard deviation, minimum, what is the 25 percentage, what is 50 percentage, 70 percentage, maximum. Few of the calculation basically, describe. So data cleaning means again it is simple. If any null data or if anything is there means it will clean. Say for example, in our thing, let me close this one. Let me open it again. uh, Movies data, right? Let me open a notepad plus plus. No. Uh, okay. It's open here. It's open. It's available, right? Say for example, let's keep it null here. Okay. I kept null here. Okay. Let me close this and let me run this application again. See, it is done. If you observe here, data cleaning, right? Sorry, CLS clear screen. Let me run again. Let's, okay, here it is, right? Started. Data cleaning, right? If you observe in rating, right? If you observe in the rating, there is a null. So it automatically cleans it. Can you able to see? There is a null here, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that it could able to clean it. See, data cleaning, other things are zero, only this it could able to clear it. Then exploration, it is simple again, like there are different methods are there, whether it is null or something. Data exploration, filter movie by crime. See, I want to filter the movies based on the crime, right? So what I will do, simple, I will define one, this is set of data, right? I define genre. If genre is crime, display only crime related movies. Then if you observe in the data, how many crime movies are there? Crime movie, one, two movies are there, right? So those two movies I could able to only filter it. If I want to go with action movies or drama movies, just mention drama here. Simple, very simple. Group by drama, then it will display only drama related movies, right? Then calculating average for each genre, right? For each genre you want to calculate, it's simple. Again, call average method, right? Then sorting the movies by release year, again it is simple. I'm going to sort the movies, sort values by year. On what basis you are going to sort? By year. If I go with year, then it will be sorting in, right? Sorting the movie based on the year, right? From the upper to lower, right? From 2008 to 2008 is the least one, right? So we could able to sort. So these are the things you can perform by using pandas library, right? Can we go ahead with the next library? Still we are having three or four.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me know if you face any issues. Just let me put my charger. Okay, let's go. So data visualization, right? So data visualization. What is data visualization? You already know. So whatever data we are having it here in the CSV format. So basically we can visualize, right? For the better pictorial representation, for making the complex data to understand easily, right? And also we can communicate the results effectively, right? See, this by using this way, you can easily, we can show it to the customer or end users, they can easily understand, right? So it is simple. Again, matplotlib library and cbond library, we can make use of it for data visualization. These are the frameworks which are developed, right? Matplotlib library, again we need to we can create bar chart, bar charts, line charts, histograms, scatter plots, so many things we can create it. Again, it is simple. You want to download the library, simple, you just import matplotlib library, right? And you can develop it. Say for example, let's go with matplot. This is the matplot, right? Let's see. Let me run this program and we will see the output. Can you able to see the output?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you just see here. Here we are having an array, right? So x-axis and y-axis. I want to, instead of showing here like this, right? So we are not sure exactly how it can be, right? But this makes more sense. See, x is 1, y is 2. X is 2, y is 4, right? X is 3, y is 1. So similar way, like it's very simple. If you observe very few lines of code, right? You can just declare it simple, and 4, 5. This is only we are giving the title. Either it is x-axis, what is y-axis label, and you can give the name. Only 2, 3 lines. Just plt dot plot. What is plt? Again, you are declaring it here. You are importing that matplotlib as a plt. Just you are giving only 2 lines. Dot plot xy, two coordinates I want to show. Just call show method. What this show method does, simple, display all open figures, correct? So this is the basic example for matplot. Let me go with another example. Let's run. Yes. Can you able to see this output?
Yes, sir.
Okay, again it is simple. Again, what I am doing, I am having like movie entry, right? And counts based on the how many counts could able to view it. Now, if you observe here, it is very simple, right? Action, it has around 1,200 counts, right? And comedy, it has around 1,800 counts. Same thing only here we have mentioned, right? There is no difference here. Okay, there is no difference if you observe. Same only the data, whatever in the data format we are having it in a bar chart, right? It's simple, right? Again, the coding also, it is really not very difficult, you might have observed, right? Only thing is some variable you are defining it, and just you want the bar chart, right? Create the bar chart, just give plt dot bar, right? What is the two things you want to create based on movies and counts, right? Again, you want to give x-axis y-axis label, just call show method. Is it clear?
Yeah, very much.
Yes, sir.
Very much. Okay, okay, thank you. Thanks for your feedback. So so these are, I have so much of examples, right? Even if you google it again, after the session might be, I will explain you how to furthermore you can experiment. Okay, I can help you there. So another library is cbond. So far we have covered, what are the topics we have covered so far? Can you tell me? We covered pandas, we covered matplot, two libraries we covered, correct? The third one is cbond, right? Cbond, again it is built on top of matplot. On top of python they built one library called matplot. Again they customized Matplot, they built one more library called Cbond, right? It is giving more user-friendly interface, right? It gives different types of themes, for the data visualization, right? Like heat maps, violin plots. There are different types of plots it can able to give. Again, importing is simple. Any library you want to import, type import. What is the library name? As give any name as SNS, right? Simple. Now see, you can able to create any type of plot diagrams, right? So you can use like labels, styles, color, designs. You can use anything. Let's see some few examples with cbond, right? See here what we are having, simple again. So I am not using my own data. Python already gives some basic data, so I'm going to use that data. Let me run this example and let's see. Yes. So what they are telling is simple. So this is the sample bill, total bill, and this is the density, right? Distribution of total bill amounts, right? So they have some test data as well, right? Load a built-in data set. This is the built-in data set. Some tips. The total bill. What is the density? Again, we are importing as a cbond, right? Let's run another program. Let me close this. It is taking some time to load it. Okay. It came. So this is a scatter diagram, right? So if you observe, you no need to worry like what it does or how it does. Only thing is our idea is how to create these different types of uh, you know diagrams using matplot or cbond, right? So what it does basically, it is using the sample data and creating a scatter plot, right? So visualizing the relationship between the total bill and the tip of data set, right? And we are adding different types of colors here, right? See here, again we are using inbuilt data types, right? Data set, we are using inbuilt data set. And what we are doing here, we are giving how the scatter plot should look like, right? X-axis, y-axis, hue day, right? What is the size, right? Then again we are just giving, just call show method, right? We are giving different types of colors, right? Any questions, sir, so far using matplot and cbond? Let me know if you have any questions. Could you able to follow me? Can you able to
Yes, sir.
understand? Okay, only one person. Can you able to follow me, sir? Ma'am, maybe it is muted for everyone. Okay, sure. I am getting some. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Sorry, I did not keep my eye on chat. Okay, sure. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Let's go ahead. Um, okay, so we completed pandas, matplot, and cban. Three libraries we covered, and let's go with the next one. NumPy. NumPy also it is one of the important library. This is mainly used for all the numerical related calculations, right? This is also one of the good library which is often used, you know, by the data scientist and data analysts. So it is a very fundamental library, right? As you know, it is numerical related operations we can do, and we can perform various computations and operations because we depends upon the data, right? All we are dealing with, all what we are doing is we are dealing with the data, so we can perform various numerical calculations and computations and data manipulations by using this library, right? So, and very good thing is it gives many features like to interact with the handle with the multi-dimensional arrays, not only one or two dimensional array but multi-dimensional array. So it provides inbuilt data structures for storing and manipulating numerical data. If time permits, I will show more and more examples. And even you can perform like all the operations in the entire arrays. Vectorized operations you can perform instead of using traditional loops. You can use this one, and also you can use linear algebra functions and methods. Right? It provides maximum provides almost all the methods or functions. Right? So what we can do is just call that function. We no need to worry how it works or internally how it calculates or internally how it works. All we worry is use the method name. What do you want? You want to calculate this one? Okay, use that method and call that method name. Provide the data, you will get the output. We no need to worry internally how it works. Okay, so again, importing NumPy, it is simple. Just call import NumPy is the library as NP. You can give any name here, NP or N1, N2, anything you can give, right? And creating NumPy arrays, it is very simple. Just call np.array. We already created, right? This NP is the reference, right? np.array to create arrays from list or tuples or any other data structures, right? And as I said, array can be anything. It can be one dimensional or two dimensional or multi-dimensional, right? More than two dimensional as well, right? So we know like how to create the library here, how to import it, then how to create the arrays, np.array. Then we can also how to access that array elements, right? It is very simple. So again, like for NumPy arrays, it has a specific data type because it is array, right? It can be either integer or float. It cannot be string or something else, right? So to check the data type of that array, you can just call np.dt type. This we already seen. This is common for any other frameworks. Again, to create array with specific data type, you can call np.array. You just provide the data and the second parameters. Just provide the data type, right? Are you following me?
Yes,
I
sir.
always ask. Yeah, making sure we are in sync. Okay, as this we already said, we can perform vectorized operations, mathematical operations, array manipulation, inbuilt function, we can make use of it, correct? So uh, this we will see more and more. NumPy provides various mathematical functions. Yeah, it provides like sine theta, cos theta, exponential, like many mathematical operations. Right? We can use this. Right? So we no need to like worry about how it works intentionally, like in depth inside how it works, what functionality it performs. No, we really no need to worry as a software engineers or a data analyst or data scientist. All we want is the input and the output. The output should be correct enough. Correct. It should not have any wrong information, wrong output. No, it should be 100% correct. Only thing we need to worry. So we don't need to worry about internal implementations. Correct. So whatever functions or methods we need, we just call that methods and make use of it. That is very simple, right? So say for example, these are the few methods which are I mentioned here. So if you want to reshape particular dimension of that array, then you can call reshape method. Concatenate method, it is simple. You know, you want to concatenate more than one arrays. You want to merge two arrays, then call this concatenate method. And v stack, h stack, basically it is for stacking the arrays very vertically or horizontally. We will see that. Okay. So let's go back NumPy examples. Okay, let's see this example, how it looks like. Okay, it has many lines of code. That's okay. So create a NumPy arrays from various data structures. Okay, exploring and accessing, right? What we are doing simple. See, first line is simple. Let me increase the font size. Ah, font size is visible, right? Okay. So we are just importing that matplotlib numpy library. And when sometimes if you are running this one for the first time, you will get error. Okay, so what you do is you need to import it. Just you can go to command prompt, terminal, pip install. You can do pip small, pip install, pip install numpy, numpy. For all the libraries you need to install sarman, then only it will work. Okay, so we'll go ahead. So I will share you this material maybe in another. I will tell you how we can get it. So this I'm just declaring one dimensional array, right? One simple array, right? Create an array from list of numbers, right? Numbers in the array, right? I'm just this is how I can create the array, right? Printing that array, right? Just creating one list, and creating, converting that list into array, again printing that array, right? Let me run this program. So yeah, something is okay. I don't know what is happening. Let's increase the size. Okay. Numpy. Huh. Sometimes you will get error. No need to worry. Just clear the function. Again rerun it. If you observe, right, first line. Yeah. If you want, you can put some print statement as well. First, we are printing the array. If you observe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we are just printing, creating an array from tuple. This is a list, and this is a tuple, right? And we are just creating that array, right, from the tuple. Again, same, we are printing that array. Now, what we are doing? Create a 2D array. This is a 2D array, right? So what I am doing, np.array, directly I am giving the array instead of first line. If you observe, we just created one list, then we are converting. Instead of that, directly what we are doing, directly we are giving the array here, right? That's what we are doing, creating a 2D array, two-dimensional array. Same we are printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you observe, this is what starting of the array, ending of the array, right? And accessing the first element. You are well aware of it, right? Arrays of 0 index. If you access from the index, you will get the first element, right? Just numbers array. This numbers array is nothing but this one. So this numbers array first element is 1. That we got it. Correct. Now let's go back one more step. Okay. Second and third element, again simple. From and to you will give. First one is exclusive. Second is inclusive. It means 1, 2, 3 means first one will not be printed. Second and third, right? Same here, printing it. Modifying the element again by indexing by index you can access and you can modify, right? Set all elements to a specific value. Again, it is simple. You just provide something. Check the data type. It is simple. You just use dt type. See, dt type, what it does is we are just printing the data type is int float. The add array is float. See here 1.5 1.5. This is just basic, one array declaration, and just this one. Let me run this one. We will see what is here. What this contains, all the arithmetic operations we are going to perform. This is just a comment. Okay, we can give comments to explain about this one, right? And also we are going to perform some sin theta operations, some calculations. So again we are creating an array. Again, what we are doing, we are creating second array, right? This is single array, two-dimensional array, again float array, right? Three arrays we are creating, not three arrays. NP data array, right? Yeah, three arrays. This is just one array, single dimensional, two-dimensional, with the integer and the float one. Correct? Sorry, my voice is very down. Please. More than 1.5 hour, right? Okay, let's go ahead. Now, this will be quite interesting. If you want to add two arrays, again it is simple. In Java, usually what we will do, Java or traditional Python, what we will do, we will loop over, right? We will iterate the array one by one. Int I equals 0, I is less than something, I plus plus, then first array of I plus array of j, right? All the things we should do, right? But using this library, it is very simple. Simple, like first array plus second array, printing the result. You just see here, first array. What is the first array? Where is the 1 minute? Number array, right? Number array means this one. Float array means this one, right? So this array and this array we are going to add it. 1 with 1.5, 2 with 2.3, 3 with 4.1. Just see the result where it is. Let me clear the terminal. Let me rerun the program. So here, if you observe what we are doing, where is the country? Here, first result, right? If you observe here, right? Yeah, here is the result. So 1 plus 1, 2, right? 1 plus 1.5, 2.5, 2 plus 2.3, 4.3, 3 plus 4, 7.09, right? We got the result. Sir, ma'am, you all you people are following me. Shall we go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. So multiplication, again it is simple. Again you will give, this is the matrix, right? And into 2, again it is simple multiplication. So this matrix I am going to multiply by 2 all the elements. See here, simple, right? So this is the two-dimensional array. You see the result here, with here, right? See here, all I'm going to multiply with the 2. 2, 4, 6, 4 into 2, 8, 5 into 2, 10, 6 into 2, 12, right? Simple multiplication. We no need to again iterate all the stuff, we no need to, right? Again, I'm going to find the sign, right? Sign of this particular array. Again, we are getting, right? Simple, correct? So square root I'm going to get for which array? NP square root numbers array. What is the numbers array? Numbers array means this whole array, right? 1, 2, 3. So this is the square root I'm going to get. I lost the track. Okay, here it is, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3. That is the array we are going to get square root. Correct? Square root value 1, 1.4, 1.73. Right? We got this the square root. And reshape, we are going to do some reshape. So like this, right? So combined array, something we concatenated one array, right? So concatenated means adding two arrays into the combining, right? Combining the array. That's what again we are doing. So 1, 2, 3, again 1.5. So similar way, like all these basic operations we can do using uh, these examples. Correct. And I will take 10 more minutes. Is that okay, ma'am? If I take 10 more minutes for explaining the concept, then 10 minutes some extra talk. Is that okay? 2:30 can be
Yes,
complete. By
yes, sir.
2:30 we could be able to complete. Okay, thank you. I'll just because as professors, right? So any questions so far? Let me know if any questions are there. At least I could be able to answer. Any questions? No. Are you clear?
Sir, some questions are asked in chat box. Can you answer
Okay.
for that?
Okay, let me see chat box. Kindly share the feedback. Sir, how can we handle missing data in huge data set? Jai Saravanan sir. Okay, so he asked one question. How can we handle the missing the data in huge data set? Again, it is simple because the code is common, right? The code is common. Either in this document, right, you have only 10 movies, right? The code is common. The code can handle either 10 movies or 100 movies or 100 lakhs of movies, correct? So you no need to worry, either it is a small data set or huge data set, the code will process the complete data, right? Only thing is we need the computing power, right? So wherever we are deploying our application, that application should be scalable, right? So if the data set is very bigger, very larger, then the application should be able to run it, then the application will take care of it. So whatever code we have written for this for this excel sheet, right? So as I said, this application can handle huge number of data set as well. Okay, so we no need to worry about it. Sir, am I clear? Saravanan sir, Jai Saravanan sir. Okay, I think that is done. Okay, second question is Raghunathan sir. Okay, sir, can you tell me which type of files we can operate within pandas? So we already seen that, right? In pandas, basically you can basically handle like CSV files. It can be any data type, right? It can be any data type. Let me read the question again. Yes, sir. Thanks. Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, can you tell me which type of files we can operate with pandas?
அதான் இது என்னன்னு தெரியல.
Okay, so pandas basically like you can, as I said, the most common approach is CSV format, right? So CSV. Let me open the notepad. Right? You observe here CSV. So comma separated value. This is the universal format. This can be work with any operating system. I already explained. It can be either Windows or Mac or Linux. It can be worked on any operating system. So CSV format is the widely used, sir. But still ODT format or Excel format, right? Those format as well. It can be supported. There is no hard and rule. Did I answer your question, sir? Okay. Nothing, sir. Any other questions? Let me quickly go through. Sir, how can I integrate system? System. Yeah. Sir, can you tell me which type of files we can operate with funds? This I am done. Murli, sir, I already answered this question. Okay. Shall we go ahead? I think almost all these questions. Any questions? Sir or ma'am, do you have? Shall we go ahead? Sure, sure. NumPy module can operate only on array data. Not only array, it can be operated with other data type as well, but it is mainly used for arrays. What is the difference between using these libraries and using Power BI, sir? Power BI mainly used for representing in visualization, right? But I'm not sure whether it can able to calculate it or not. but using this data analytics, using all these libraries, we can perform the data analytics as well. Okay, so calculations are uh, manipulations we can do using these libraries. Can we share the feedback link? Okay, that can be done by the organizers. Okay, let's go ahead. So what did we do? I don't know what to do. Okay, so I thought like few more examples, right? I just want to identify how the see here. This is again simple. I want to identify the carbon emissions by its source, operations or transportation, supply chain. So how the emissions, their level of CO2 which is produced by these operations. Again, it is simple, right? What I'm using, I'm pandas. I'm using, so I'm just using the source and this one. This simple one, if I show it in normal text format, we may not able to understand. But if we use bar chart, we could able to easily could able to understand. Right? This is self-explanatory. It's not very difficult. Right? So these are the various ways we can use like these libraries, Matplot, Pandas, Cban, NumPy, right? We can make use of it. Again, like this is like for going with the next level. In case if you want to experiment, I will try to share this document to organizing team, Hamlata ma'am, and to the management team. They might be able to share it with you. So, any questions? One more chance. Any questions? Okay. So, like in case if you also want, to host any technical seminars or webinars or faculty development program or any technical related session to your students, means you can contact me. You can ping me in WhatsApp. You can store my number. So I'm very happy to come and to deliver my expert skills to the student community. This is my number. You can ping me. I can store your number in my mobile. So I often go to few more colleges and take seminars, and also we what we do is we like provides various courses. My motto is after completion of MCA, I struggle little bit for getting into IT field. Then I came to know like there is a gap between the college as well as industry. So what we do is we teach very in depth, and also like we go to college and we take some seminars so that students can able to understand what the industry really wants. And we can say that programming is not at all difficult. So because I'm also kind of in my early stage I thought like programming might be difficult, but really programming is fun. Because past 13 years I'm a developer, so I work only on code. Still my position during this period also I code. I'm not only in management. I don't like to be in management for longer time, but on daily basis, day to day life, I code in my project. So I give some solutions if we are not able, if they are not able to uh, complete it on time. So my motto is like to give the students idea that IT industry is not really difficult, coding is not really difficult, not only coding but also in other aspects as well. So yeah, so I will share the documents to the organizing committee members, and also I'm really thank for Congo Engineering College Management for organizing this kind of workshops, and also to bring various people into the same field, and giving this kind of eye-opening session. Thank you, ma'am. Sincere thanks to Amleta ma'am and all other ma'ams who are behind in the screen. Thank you again.
Now it's time for participants to engage with Mr. Sasikumar sir to address any questions or concern about today's lecture. I think it seems everything is clear. The feedback link is posted in the chat box. Participants, please take a moment to share your feedback. The link will be available only until 4:30 p.m., which also served as an attendance confirmation. finally, we have come to the end of today's session. We express deep appreciation to the organizing team for their dedicated efforts and to the distinguished faculties, researchers for their enriched contribution. And we extend gratitude to our esteemed illuminant speaker for sharing invaluable insights on structuring technical content. Thank you all for being part of this journey today, academic excellence and discovery. Tomorrow's session will be shortened to 1 hour from 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Let's approach the week ahead with renewed enthusiasm and a collective commitment to learn and grow. Thank you.